Hey guys, welcome back. Have you ever seen a Method 703 bead grip in red? That's because they don't make them. But today I'm going to show you how to do it. Stick around. Good morning, and it is a good morning. Let me show you why. Would you look what showed up yesterday? Some new Method wheels. These are the Method 703 17x9 bead grip wheels. Let's get these things unboxed and show you what we got. So, the reason I got new wheels is I want a little bit wider wheel to run 35s and hopefully 37s on to get a little more offset out of them, because right now I'm running a 17x8.5 with 0 offset, and these, like I said, are a 17x9 with a -12 offset. But the biggest thing is that they are bead grips, and this is what we got. What makes these special, and the bead grip name, are these little ridges right here that what they do is they lock the bead of your tire onto the wheel, similar to a bead lock but different. Sign of the same application but a different way to do it. These are going to be perfect for running low PSI in the tires and the bead not breaking off the wheel. The only problem is you notice those are red and these are black. Today we're going to change that because Method doesn't make these in a red, so I'm going to have to make them red. If we're going to get these things painted up, we got to do a little prep work. First thing will be to get this center cap out. So to do that, Method has these little retainer rings on the back. So we're going to pop it right here on this spring and just kind of walk this little metal ring out of here. Got that? Then we're just going to start popping these little plastic clips. Be careful with those. And there she is, she's out. Now that the center caps are out, we're going to start kind of scuffing up the wheel so that the new red paint has something to attach to. So I'll bring you back when more of this is done. Okay, we've knocked the top off with the sanding pad, and now we're going to get after it to get a little bit finer, get in some nooks and crannies with some Scotch-Brite. Now we're going to wipe this down with a wet microfiber to try to get all the dust off so it doesn't get trapped under the paint. Then we're going to kind of let that dry and hit it with a dry microfiber. This wheel's dried out. Now we're going to hit it with a dry microfiber to try to pick up any dust that might have got left over. Now we're going to hit it with some of this Rust-Oleum custom premium lacquer in a matte red. So I'm just going to throw a few coats on here. Here is the progression of the 5 wheels getting painted. Each one having another coat than the last. Oh man, final reveal. Ooh, those things look good. So this is them Up next to the current wheels. Yeah, I know the current wheels are kind of dirty, but man, I think that's going to look good on there. Well, it's a few days later. Just went and got the wheels and tires mounted this morning, and here is the big reveal. Normally you would throw a couple coats of clear coat on wheels after you got done painting them. I decided against this though, because this is an off-road rig that's going to get beat up in the rocks, and it'll make it easier to touch it up with paint if there's no clear coat. So, if my math is correct, these stick out about half an inch more than my last wheels did, and let me tell you why. So last wheels were a 17 by 8.5, and these are a 17 by 9, so half an inch wider, right? But you cut that in half because you get a 1/4 inch on one side, 1/4 inch on the other side, so there's a 1/4 inch. And then my other wheels were a 0 offset, and these are a -12. -12 comes out to about a half an inch. So a 1/4 plus a half ends up being about 3/4 of an inch wider. Let me know in the comments if my math is wrong. So a complaint I had about these 305s were the center caps that protrude outside the wheel. You know, just kind of flimsy plastic like they all are, but these are much more flush and protected on the inside of the wheel, while these protrude out. And I've broken, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these before. Much better design on this inside. It's not going to catch anything. And then a big gripe my wife actually had, and it's kind of my gripe too, or on this 305, you have this little lip in here between the wheel and the fake bead lock ring. You can see how much water, mud, dirt, and everything can collect in the inside of this and just sits there, right? Whereas these don't have that lip. They just kind of roll right off of it. So just another kind of little nitpicking things about it, but something else different. Well, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Apparently my boots got painted red as well as the wheels.